Avanti, we spoke on the panel just now an awful lot about measuring deal success, and usually we look at it from the perspective of how successful was an acquisition, but also on the flip side we could look at it from the point of view how successful has a disposal been. Has it lived up to the expectations? Has it fulfilled all the requirements that the vendor actually has? I know that Thomas Cook has a fair bit of experience because you're going through an extensive divestiture program. Can you talk to us about the experiences that you've had and how you've measured the success of a disposal in your context?
Yeah, I think our measure of deal success on the divestiture side has evolved. When we first embarked on the divestiture program, our key measure of success was speed to sale. We were faced against a wall in terms of liquidity, and we needed to generate cash for the business. And so to do that, speed to sale had to take precedence over maximizing value. But now that the company is in a much stronger position from a balance sheet perspective, we've had the time to now focus on maximizing valuation. And that's really a product of a number of different things. It's kind of easier said than done. Obviously, everyone wants to maximize price that they receive for the asset. But I think what we found is the best way to do that is to really spend some time with the business that you're looking to sell. And getting under the skin of it, and that you can do, you can do as principal. You can do it with an advisor who spends some time from a vendor assistance perspective, looking at the business from a financial perspective, but also understanding the business model, understanding whether the management team is the right one in place to help you sell the business and maximize value, looking at the separation issues, and often you don't want to be too far down the line when you realize actually we've got a number of separation issues which we need to tackle first, so that the buyer will have a much easier time putting together a valuation proposal and putting together a robust valuation proposal which allows them to get a sale away quickly and for a better price.
You gave a wonderful example on the panel where you said you'd actually spent a lot of time with a business that you were considering selling, and the closer you got to the business and understanding how the processes worked and where the business fits into the greater organisation, you actually thought, you know what, we're probably the best owners for the business if we tweak it a little bit. Can you expand on that for us?
So our French business, we had earmarked for a disposal quite early on in our divestiture program. And when we started to get under the skin of the business, we found that actually there are a number of steps that we could take to improve the profitability of the business. And when we started to unravel that, we found that actually these were simple steps that we could take. And as a trade player, a key trade player in the French market, we were actually best placed to take those steps. And so what we've done in that business is we've embarked on a restructuring program in France to improve the business, to shrink the business down to a size which is much more manageable. And we could have certainly sold the business, but we wouldn't have achieved maximum value for it because it was in such a state that it needed so much fixing that no one was willing to pay a premium for valuation.